What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Cory and today we saw the indices going up across the board. We did have some volatility today, but we had a very nice strong close. So what to expect from here? First up, let's take a look at the NASDAQ 100 Triple Qs ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so on the Triple Qs we went up about 0.41% today, and that's yet again another price action close over top of the 20 simple moving average. So that's now 3 days in a row that we're back to closing over that 20 simple moving average. That's what we want to see if we want to be bullish on this market. We're starting to get a trend shift and we're starting to get price action and trend both confirming that we're going back into a bull market. We know that because the price action is closing over top of all the moving averages now for 3 days in a row, and you can see these moving averages are starting to build up some bullish momentum because the 5 EMA has crossed over all of the other moving averages, and the 13 EMA is getting ready to cross back over the other moving averages next. So pretty soon we'll have all of the moving averages stacked to the bull side as long as the price action can continue to close over top of that 20 simple moving average. Now the other thing to note is that all of these moving averages are bunching up right around 317 on the Triple Qs. That's a high confluence area of support now because all of those moving averages are acting as support and they're all basically trading at the same exact level right around that 317 level. So it's going to be very difficult for the bears to drive the market below 317 on the Triple Qs. If you're on the Stocks channel Discord, you know that we were buying today around 316, and part of the reason we were buying at that level is because it's a very strong support level. And if you're bullish on this market, you want to try to buy on very strong supports. In any bull market, you want to buy on support levels and then you want to sell at resistance. If you're trading this market as a disciplined bull, you should be doing very well because the market is giving trade opportunities each and every day. So to see the price action even better, I'm jumping over to a 1 hour chart. And yesterday we had that gap up, and on the Stocks channel Discord, I said watch for the gap close. And today we had the opposite happen where we gapped lower, and I said watch for the gap close to the upside. So watch those gaps closely because they give you a lot of direction on where you should enter your trades and where you should possibly take your profits. So yesterday the gap close saved us from chasing a false breakout on a fear of missing out buy, and today we were able to buy the open because it was a gap down and sell at the resistance, which was the gap close. So remember, if you're not sure how to trade this market, I give intraday updates on the Stocks channel Discord to help you make sure you're staying on the right side of the trade. If you find yourself buying the tops and selling at the bottoms, you might want to consider becoming a Discord member because you're really going to see more clarity on how the market moves if you understand the price action. So once that gap closed to the upside, that was resistance, and then we got this really nice dip that brought us into that high confluence area of support, which is right around that 316, 317 level. That was a good time to buy the dip because it was a strong support level. And as you can tell, we had a really nice end of the day rally as a lot of buyers stepped in and we drove the price much higher off those support levels. Now we're still coming into resistance at 322, and we do have resistance right above at 324 as well. So we're coming into critical resistance levels. But if we can break those levels down and close higher than 324 on a daily close, that's going to be an extremely bullish sign for the NASDAQ 100. Now, if we can't break out on resistance at the first couple of tries, we're likely just going to consolidate and build up bullish momentum below that resistance level until the bulls can finally get enough energy to blast through that level. That energy should be enough to bring us up to 327 and possibly even close the gap at 330. So I'm extremely bullish on the Triple Qs, and I'm even more bullish on the Triple Qs if we get a break and close over 324. So that 324 is the critical resistance level on the Triple Qs that I want you to pay attention to. Remember that we have bullish trending and bullish price action, so we want to have a bullish bias right now. Bullish bias means buy the dip on support and make sure you understand your risk. Right now I'm still defining the risk on the Triple Qs below 311. So I'm a buyer at all of these support levels, and if we get to 314, I'm going to load the boat, knowing that I'm going to exit if we close below 311. If you know your risk levels, it allows you to be more aggressive in your trading because you know when you're going to get out. If you find yourself trading and you have no idea why you're buying, you're also not going to have any idea when you should be selling. Make sure you understand your trade plan and execute it accordingly. So jumping back to a daily chart, we do have the support levels around 318, the confluence of moving averages around 316 and 317, and below that we're looking at 314 and 311. To resistance levels, we're watching 322 and 324, and if we break out of 324, we're looking for 327 and a possible gap close at 330. Remember, the price action and the trend on the Triple Qs are leaning towards bullish, so we're going to continue to remain bullish on the NASDAQ 100. Next up is the S&P 500 SPY ETF, and we saw SPY going up 0.34% today and closing over top of that 5 EMA yet again. We still have a very nice strong bull trend on the S&P 500, and we continue to close at all-time highs. Today's closing price is yet another all-time high for the S&P 500, and you can't look at all-time highs as anything other than extremely bullish. The S&P 500 is well on its way towards my price target at 404, and you can see we continue to find support at the previous all-time high right around 394. So the strong bull trend is going to continue to put upwards pressure on the price action, and we should see the S&P 500 continue to climb higher till we get to that price target. Once we get to 404, it would not be a bad idea to take some risk off the table and lock in more profits, because it's possible anytime we get to one of my price targets that it could trigger a correction in the stock market. So watch that price target above at 404, which should also be a critical resistance level to keep an eye on. Downside support is going to be around 393 and 394, and the 20 simple moving average, which is going to be right around $389. Below the 20 simple moving average, we start looking at possible bearish scenarios. Next up is the Dow Jones ETF, and we saw the Dow Jones going up 0.58% today, and again closing at another brand new all-time high. We're seeing bullish sentiment across the indices, and we continue to see all-time highs, which reminds us that we're in a very strong bull market. The price action's well above the 5 EMA, and we continue to build up bullish momentum in this trend, and you can see how far away these moving averages continue to separate. My price target on the Dow Jones ETF is still up here at $336. Watch the support levels at 327, and the 20 simple moving average is going to be all the way down here at 319 now. Next up is the Russell 2000 ETF, and we saw the Russell going up 0.79% today and finding resistance at our previous price target, which is right around 233. We got another price action close above the 5 EMA, and we still have a very nice strong bull trend on the Russell 2000. So it's possible if the Russell does break and close back over 233 that we could head back up to my price target at 240. But remember, we need to see another break and close over 233 before you're going to start looking towards 240. On the Russell, I'm a little more defensive because on the monthly chart, we are getting very extended, and it's possible we're already seeing the top on the Russell. So I'm paying more close attention to how the Russell 2000 is behaving around 233, and I'm not so focused on that 240 level until we see higher price action. The trend's still bullish and the price action's still bullish, but we do see we're coming into resistance around 233. Support levels are below at 227 and the 20 simple moving average at 224. Next up is the ARKK ETF, and we saw ARKK going up 1.14% today and closing over top of the 5 EMA yet again. We had a volatile day, and we did find support just above that resistance trend breakout, and we did close back above that support level at 125. The price action is still not bullish though, because we're still failing to close above the 20 and the 50 EMA. We still have no bullish trending, so right now on ARKK, I still am bearish. The trend and the price action are bearish, therefore I want to remain bearish on ARKK. We don't do any guessing here at the stocks channel, we strictly follow the price action and we follow the trend, and both the price action and the trend on ARKK are still bearish. So look for support at 125, 117, and if we break back below the channel, we're looking back at 112 as possible support. Upside resistance could be the 20 simple moving average at 130, the 50 EMA at 132, and just above the 50 EMA, we have another resistance level at 135. So be patient on ARKK and wait for the price action and the trend to confirm that it's going into a bull rally. On the VIX, which is our fear indicator, we got another price action close below that support level at 20. Remember, I said this last night that this is a very bullish indication. When the VIX is closing below support at 20, it means we could be heading down to close the gap at 18. The VIX has not been at these low levels since before the March 2020 crash. It's been over 1 year since we have seen the VIX in the low 19s. This is a very important factor in the stock market because in a low fear environment, we're going to see a lot of institutional money pouring back into the market. So this is not a time to be getting bearish on the market, especially when we're seeing bullish trending across the board at the same time we're seeing the VIX start trending down towards closing the gap at 18. So continue to watch the VIX because if it stays below 20, you want to be on the bullish side of this market. On gold, we continue to slowly drift up towards the price target at $17.61. On silver, we finally got a close above the 50 EMA, which means we're well on our way towards the price target at $26.50. On Bitcoin, we're finally seeing the bulls coming back, and we're seeing the price action close back above this $58,000 resistance level. We're still in a bullish trend with bullish price action, and we're starting to see a little bit of buying volume start stepping back into Bitcoin. Remember, the price target is still up here at 62,500, and it looks like we could be well on our way towards that price target if we can continue this bullish rally. On Amazon, we went up 1.42% today, but we did find resistance right around the 50 EMA, which is right around 3160. If Amazon could get back above the 50 EMA, it may be time to get back on the bull on Amazon stock. We did get a price action close over the 20 simple moving average, and we're slowly developing some bullish trending, but we still need to get a price action close over top of 3160. We will now have support at 3090, and we still have support down here at 3033. On Tesla stock, we went up 3.68% today, and we closed above the 20 simple moving average. We're slowly developing some small bullish trending down here, but the price action is still below the 50 EMA, which is now at 715. Wait for Tesla to get a confirmation close over 715, and we could see a price target being met around 762. Remember, we're still bearish as long as the price action is below the 50 EMA, and remember that ARKK is also in a bear trend. So don't get too bullish on Tesla just yet. Wait for that confirmation price action close over the 50 EMA, and preferably we would see it close over the 50 EMA for 2 days in a row. Downside support is going to be right around $700, and if we break back below 700, we're looking for support back around 620. On Apple stock, we actually went lower today, going down 0.65%. We're still closing above support around 123, and we did get a second day in a row price action close over the 20 simple moving average. We're still failing to break over that 50 EMA though, which is still at 127. So while Apple is slowly looking better, it's still not bullish until we can close back above 127. Look for support down around 123, and if we break below 123, there's one more support level I want you to watch around 120. On the financial sector, we went up 0.67% today, and we're maintaining bullish price action with bullish trending. On the industrials, we went up 1.15% over the 5 EMA with a very strong bull trend. On the energy sector, we went up 0.78% today, but we are trading below the 5 EMA, but we're still maintaining a bullish trend. On healthcare, we dropped 0.36% over the 5 EMA and slowly developing some bullish trending. Healthcare could be getting ready to go back into a bull run at the same time we're seeing the tech sector also getting ready to go back into a bull run. So going back to the S&P 500, you can still see that we have bullish sectors across the board, and we're finally seeing strength returning to the tech sector and the healthcare sector. The VIX continues to close below 20, which is a very bullish indication that fear is leaving this market, and when there's no fear left in the market, we're likely to see new all-time highs week after week. So I'm still very bullish on this market, and the price action and the trend are confirming that we're still in a bull market. Don't bother trying to call the top and let the trend be your friend. Remember that pullbacks and corrections are completely normal in all bull markets, and now that we finally had that tech correction, we could be ready to see another tech rally and another bull run in the tech sector. Also, don't forget I'm doing intraday updates on the Stocks Channel Discord, so if you're looking for a trading community or you're interested in my daily updates, come check out the Stocks Channel Discord. You can find out how to join the Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of the video. Next up, let's take a look at some of the Stocks Channel trade ideas, and first up is Palantir stock. On Palantir last night, I said that if it closed below 25, it could be time to get out of this stock, and it closed just above 25, around 25.21. So this stock is very close to no longer being worth a trade idea because it could be going back into a bear trend. However, if I jump over to a 1 hour chart here, as long as Palantir can stay over about 24.50, we're still maintaining higher highs and higher lows on this market. So it may not be time to get too bearish on Palantir as long as we remain above this level right around 24.50. But if we do start closing below this level, it's probably time to cut our losses and get ready to buy back much lower. Going back to the daily chart, you can see that we're trading below the 50 EMA as well as the other moving averages, so we're not necessarily getting any bullish price action anymore, and we're actually developing some bearish trending. So it's do or die for Palantir, and it really needs to start going up soon to maintain a chance to get to the price target at $29. On Shopify, we went up 2.27% today after bouncing off two different support levels. So don't forget we have support at 11.30 and 11.11, and we did hit that first price target if you bought off that support level intraday. We're still closing under the 13 EMA, and we're just below our next price target at 1200. If we can break over 1200 and the 50 EMA, the next price target is above at 1260. And then our last trade idea is still Lockheed Martin, which we saw going up 1.12% today. We blasted through that price target at 348, and it looked like we're getting ready to run to the next price target at 357. Don't be surprised if we cool off after that monster move, and we could still find support at the previous price target at 348. If we break below 348, look for possible support at 344 or the 50 EMA right around 343. Remember, if you're looking for more trade ideas, I add more every single week on the Stocks Channel Discord, and you can find out how to join the Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of the video. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.